Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning to you, to those of you who might be joining us from the Central Time Zone, the Mountain Time Zone, or the Pacific Time Zone. Welcome to today's presentation on using the PowerOptions tools for radioactive trading. Many of you may have joined Kurt and myself yesterday afternoon at 12 noon Eastern Time for the webinar on the radioactive trading methodology, where we made a promise to showcase some of the PowerOptions tools. We did not get a chance to get further into a full description of the tools, as we decided, I should say, to discuss a couple of the income methods 3 and 4 and discuss some of the other principles of radioactive trading. So today we are going to spend a full hour just on using the PowerOptions tools for radioactive trading. It might not be a full hour. I'm going to try to leave 10 or 15 minutes towards the end of the presentation to answer any questions that you have. I am flying solo on today's presentation, so I am going to ask, if you can, to hold your questions until the end of the presentation. I will, if questions do come in, if you have a question about the search tool or something I'm going through, I want you to feel free to ask a question. I will address it during the presentation, but some of the more in-depth questions about the radioactive trading methodology or specifics about the PowerOptions tools, we'll try to save those to the very end. That'll allow us to go through with a little bit more flow and a little less interruption. But please feel free to ask any questions if you're confused about a certain function of the PowerOptions tools that we're showcasing, or if you just have any questions about some of the radioactive trading principles. Now, for those of you who might have missed yesterday's presentation, let me just give a quick review. The first thing we want to address is, what is radioactive trading? Well, radioactive trading is a complete trading methodology that was developed by Kurt Frankenberg. He had paid a couple $1,000s to attend a weekend seminar several years ago and learned how to trade covered calls and some other spreads. After he had a couple months of success, his covered call guru informed him that he could make more money by trading on margin. So his third month he entered into a trade on margin. Shortly after that received a margin call as the stock tanked, and he basically lost all the savings he had set aside to trade. Well, instead of giving up, he decided never to lose that much again. He started doing further research and analysis into markets and trading techniques. And what he developed was a unique form of a married put, entering into a limited risk position that has unlimited upside profit potential. And then as he continued to trade this method, he realized that he could apply various income methods to generate premium, lower the initial at risk, and potentially bulletproof the position, meaning he's canceled all the risk, still has the protection in place, and still owns the stock. His full work is described in the blueprint, which details that full methodology and all 10 income methods. Now today, we're going to focus on PowerOptions. Of course, what is PowerOptions? It's a patented suite of search and analysis tools designed for self-directed options investors. These tools will allow us to search the entire universe of options in less than a second. And today, of course, we're just going to focus on the married put tools and the analysis and the research and the portfolio tools from the married put positions. Once you've identified positions using the search tool that match your personal risk-reward tolerance, you'll then be able to quickly compare the risk versus reward. And we're going to spend time on the portfolio tool, which is going to help us do paper trade, track, manage, and view potential income methods on our RPMs, the radioactive profit machines. In addition to that, of course, we also have countless educational articles and help pages. We've been in business for over 12 years, and of course everyone here at PowerOptions uses these tools to trade their own accounts. So we have many more years of combined trading experience to help you use the tools and discuss the methodology. I'll be your presenter for this afternoon. My name is Michael Chupka. I'm the Director of Education here at PowerOptions. I handle all the coaching sessions and a lot of the education on the site. I've co-authored 2 books with Ernie Zerenner, who's the president and founder of PowerOptions. I am versed in all strategies on the site. We support over 23 different strategies, and I've been trading the radioactive method for almost 3 years now, since we got together with Kurt about 3 years ago. I've been trading the radioactive methodology. I have 4 positions open right now, 3 of which are bulletproof, and 1 which only has about a 0.2 or 0.3% risk on the position. And we might talk about 1 or 2 of those as well today. What we're going to cover today is customizing the search tool. We're going to look at some different ways that you can use the search tool. Yesterday we had a gentleman by the name of Bill join us, and he talked about how he uses the married put and radioactive trading methodology for biotech stocks. We might look at a brief way to set those up, and of course we're hoping later on that Bill will join us for a special presentation where he'll talk to other radioactive traders about his technique and his setup. We're going to analyze and compare the potential positions that match our criteria. We're going to look at running the catastrophe report and what-if scenarios. And of course, we're going to talk about the portfolio tool to track the positions, evaluating income methods, and simulating potential income methods as well. So that's what we're going to cover today. All right, let's get started. Let's navigate right over to the PowerOptions suite of tools. When you first log on to your trial account, or if you're a subscriber to PowerOptions, you know, of course, that the PowerOptions tools are designed by a tab navigation system. The Home tab and the My Portfolio tab are locked in place. And we have some of our various strategies selected as well. We'll start off with married put, collar, covered call, naked put, and so forth. You can customize the menu using the Other Strategies tab to pick and choose which strategies you wish to view and which strategies you may want to remove. For example, if I am just focusing on the protected techniques such as married puts and collars and maybe looking at some covered calls, and I'm not interested in trading the other strategies, well, I can just remove naked put, remove bull put credit, remove long call, or remove iron condor. And of course, if I wanted to add one back in, I could just select long call, for example, put that back into the menu. Or if I was doing married calls, for example, or short collars, we could select to add that as well. And once you've customized the menu, go ahead and click Save. All right, I have a question that just came in. This is from Roy. Mike, my wife cannot be here to watch today. Is there any chance of this presentation being available at the PowerOptions site after the webinar? Yes, I am recording this presentation. We'll have it available in the archives probably Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Roy. Since everyone else, we are recording this particular presentation. All right, so we've got our tabs set up now based on the strategies that we wish to view. Now, to get started with the radioactive trading technique, what we want to do first is evaluate which married puts are going to match our personal risk-reward tolerance. To do that, let's click on the Married Put tab, and here we'll see the basic overview of the position, or the strategy, I should say, some basic bullet points, strategy help features. You see the blueprint is available as a product over on the right. For those of you just getting started with the methodology, maybe you just opened a free trial to PowerOptions, you read the sketch, Kurt's free white paper that's available at RadioActiveTrading.com. Here in the Married Put Learning Center, you might also want to take a brief read through this four-part series, these four-part articles that were written by Ernie Zerenner, the Covered Call Challenge, Limited Risk Solution, Examples Married Puts and Collars, and Finding Married Puts and Collars with PowerOptions. Of course, you can access some of the other information, the sketch again, the blueprint you can link to, the Protective Options Strategies book, and of course we have a user guide that's developed just for married put traders using the radioactive technique. You can request that here at the Married Put User Guide in the Learning Center. I'm going to review basically the tools. Let's just talk about the tools that are available in the Married Put tab for radioactive traders, and then we'll go right into the search tool. The search tool, of course, this is going to allow us to scan the entire universe of options